to get to the 1-2 page and perhaps a shorter road to the final?
Yeah, it definitely feels good. I think this is the first time ever for us. Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay.
Yeah, Val and I were just talking about it. She's like, I don't think we've ever done this route before. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that.
It creates a much easier path to the final, maybe some less games to have to play. So, I mean, what does that do for your team?
Yeah, it's definitely a confidence booster, and we get a little more rest in between games. So, we went out there firing today, and we played really well and took advantage of opportunities, and carry that going forward.
The game had a certain, you have to work hard for it, but maybe a little less drama than some of the preliminary round games. I don't know, do you feel like your team's settled in a little bit?
Yeah, I think we're in a really great spot, really great mindset. Like, we're just calm out there, and maybe not getting too much rocks in play and not going too hard for it, but also they kept it pretty clean too after we got two.
Yeah, and how did you manage to we're watching 2 games, how did you manage to get that set up in, I think it was 9, when she had a really tough shot just to get one?
Yeah, in 9 we they guarded, and I was like, well, we may as well go for it. Let's go for a couple here. So then we had to leave them, or they were left with a very difficult shot on her first, and on her last. So we just decided to change gears.
Felt like a very methodical game. You guys were very efficient with the time, and you finished the whole end ahead of the other guys.
We're just flying out there. We're just putting the broom down and going and playing with pace, and I think that really helps the flow of things.
Yours is the only Canadian team to beat Rachel this season, I believe. How do you beat that team?
Just gotta play well. Put some pressure on them. It looks like they're struggling a little bit tonight, so maybe we can take advantage of that going forward.
Given the crowd looking like anyway, unless something changes out there, the heavyweight battle that maybe curling fans wanted.
Yeah, for sure. Like, Team Homan's a great team. They're very strong, and they've had a really great couple seasons. We're a new team, and but we're excited for it. And we played them once this season, or a couple times, and I believe we're 1-1 or something like that. But it's going to be a really great game. We're just going to focus on what we can control and put some pressure on them.
And just given, this has been a super tough field. How important or how great would it be to win that game tomorrow night and avoid a semifinal?
Oh, that would be amazing. We're going to really just focus on ourselves, one rock at a time, and see what happens.
Going back to the 6th end, you know, the blank attempt, it's a happy little accident, I guess. Is a case to be made for scoring in the even ends? Or
we weren't upset with it. It was like, okay, well, whatever we're up to. So, just hold them to a single, and that's what we did. Definitely wanted to blank, but it happens.
It manifested itself in the 8th end too, right? Clean
Absolutely.
blank, get you 3-9.
Yep. Exactly.
Awesome. Thank
Kayla, that was a tight battle until 9.
Yeah.
So maybe just describe a bit what happened in the 9th end there.
Yeah, we just wanted to steal. We finally went for it. We'd played the whole game sort of close, and then wanted to steal a 9, and I missed both my interns just a little bit tight or a little bit wide and a little bit tight, and gave them 3. But heartbreaker.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing to be the team tonight that's already played today, right?
I think it's a good thing. We'll see. We're at least the number 2 seed. I think we get to pick rocks, so nothing wrong with that. And we get 2 lives, so much nicer than playing in the 3 seed spot where you only get 1 life to do it. Yeah.
And do you know what sheet you're on tonight? Does anyone know that?
I think D maybe, but I wouldn't vote me on.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think of the playoff format here?
I don't know. It's my first time playing it. At Provincials, it was my first time playing a page, so I like that I'm in playoffs. And then we'll see how it goes tonight. If we drop the 2-3 game, then I hate it. And if we win, then it's my favorite format yet. So I do like the 2 lives. Yeah.
It's like the shootout. If you win, you love it.
Exactly. I don't really know. I don't know. I haven't played a lot of playoff formats that are like this. So, and it's our first time. So I'm sort of just living for it right now. And I don't mind that we have a second life in this thing now.
Anything you want to maybe correct from today's game tonight?
Honestly, we played great. Kerri just played a little bit better. I think just keep the same, do what we've been doing, clean up that ninth end, and we've got a really tight game to the finish, which is all we can hope for in playoffs.
When you're playing a team like that, what's the margin of error when you're playing a team like that?
0. Yeah, they're so good and so relentless, and we started off pretty good and just didn't capitalize on all the opportunities we got. I mean, that is a really tough sheet, and so they weren't as perfect as they normally are, but then we weren't perfect enough either.
So you get a second life here.
Yeah.
You get a chance against Jordan Brown
Yeah.
tonight. So I mean, what do you got to do to sort of put this one behind you and get right back into it?
It's already behind us. Like, that's fine. We knew we had a goal today to win one game today. Whether it be this one or the next one, all we have to do is win one game. So we'll just go out there and get the next one. Yeah.
Still the 4th overall team in CTRS, still the 4th best team in the country, and you got to have a lot of confidence going into this night game, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're playing really well, and we had a lot of good shots that game too. I hope we don't play on sheet A anymore. That's our 3 losses. We really don't like sheet A, so I'd love to not play on that one. But yeah, I'm not worried at all. Yeah.
Were you surprised to be playing on sheet A today?
No, I think it's the way that everyone landed their last round robin game and the way they had to put teams so that they weren't back to back on sheets. Yeah, they did the best they could.
People have been cussing on sheet A like a lot during the tournament. So
There's been a lot of cussing all over, some frustration everywhere, I think.
Did you personally, did you find, at least the first few ends, you were struggling with it a bit in your shots?
Yeah, I think every game the ice is definitely challenging, and you really got to learn it, the nuances of each sheet. Yeah.
And I mean, how big of a factor was the run support from your lineup today?
Yeah, some huge shots as a team. Sweeping, line calling, really made some big ones, and those are important lines. It's going to be probably fairly similar for the next sheet we go on. So really great to learn those lines right to the end.
Obviously, you want to be back in the 1-2 game, and you are.
Yeah, it's nice to have that second life. I feel like we played well enough to not have to play a sudden death game for an extra life, but yeah, it's exciting to win that game. Black played really strong, and I would be surprised if we see him again.
What do you think of the playoff format here?
Yeah, it's maybe not the greatest, just because that we played so well a week and then we lose one game and we're back to sudden death. So I mean, it's hard to get a perfect format, right? They've tried so many ways, and maybe it could be looked at tweaking. But I know that they're trying their best to give the top teams double life, and you got to play to earn that double life. Yeah, it's there's a few things that could be looked at, but I know that Curling Canada is trying to find the best format to get the best team, and at the end of the day, we have to perform. We can't let off at all.
Great, thank you so much.
My hard drive is full and my memory is bad. I can't even remember, how many times do you think you've won the 1-2 game or had to go through a semi-final? Or has it been 50-50? I don't know.
I would say we won more 1-2 games than lost and had to come through the semi. Inglot, we lost and had to come through the semi. I can imagine Jen beat us in the 1-2 on the games and had to go through the semi. Jen's never easy to play, but I think the rest of them probably went through the 1-2. That's my best guess.
I mean, I'm just sort of trying to think of percentages. I mean, I guess is a shorter road to the final always better, right?
Yeah, of course, getting the bye, but at the end of the day, we got to win 2 more games. However that happens, that's our focus, is just staying in the moment, trying to learn and get better every end.